This right here is a FreeYond M6 device. Now this phone is powered by a processor that has a decent image processing with a 50 megapixels main camera and a 120Hz screen refresh. This smartphone defies a lot of expectations. It's a budget smartphone and again, not from a popular brand. But how they managed to put some flagship features into a budget smartphone like the M6 for the market is really something else. And I did compare this phone's camera to my iPhone 13. The performance level was really surprising. And coming from a smartphone that cost $109 or 120,000 naira. Now that's definitely a good deal. But the question is, what are those flagship features that makes the FreeYond M6 stand out in the market? Number one feature has to be the camera. Yes, the camera of this smartphone. It actually performed very well. Now, one of the major reasons I love the FreeYond brand is, apart from processors, they are also focused on providing very good camera performance. And all of their smartphones I've tested so far have very good performance when it comes to the camera. And the FreeYond M6 is no exception. This phone's camera setup comprises of a 50 megapixels main camera lens. The 50 megapixels camera captured high quality photos with lots of details, like the color, the contrast level, and high dynamic range. All of these were present in every picture taken with this phone's camera. Now, this is because of the processor here, but shooting a video is limited to 1080p at 60 frames or 30 frames. Colors stand out very well with image stabilization, but it would have been nice to have it shoot 2K videos. And then the front camera also performed very well, especially taking portrait pictures. It does well in the separation of the subject from the background with decent and detailed colors. Now the overall performance of this phone's camera showed a lot of decency in its videos and also pictures. Now the plus here is that as this phone receives updates, it also enhances the camera software, and that's a good thing. And then number two is the design. Out of the box, you have a glass looking smartphone with a premium design. And seeing this phone for the first time, you'd probably think it is made of glass. It's actually made from plastic with a mirror-like back cover, but this one is a magnet for fingerprint and it is scratch proof. Almost feels like Corning Gorilla Glass behind. It is made from durable material that will last for a very long time. It has no IP rating, so please don't dip inside water. And then you have an included 18 watts fast charger, a USB-C cable, and the TPU case for the smartphone. There's a slot for 2 SIMs and a memory card, a single firing speaker underneath the phone with a USB-C port, a microphone, and a 3.5 earphone jack. Now the fingerprint sensor is also the power button, and it does unlock the phone pretty fast. But one thing missing here is the dynamic or the magic ring. Considering it's a trendy feature in most recent smartphones. I don't think it's a complete letdown on this smartphone, but the display is the most striking feature. I mean, check out the color. Check out the colors from this phone's display. The only thing missing here is the dual stereo speaker, and that should have given it an immersive experience. It's a 6.78 inches display with a resolution of 1080 by 2460 pixels and a 395 pixels per inch density. So apart from the bezels that I noticed, I really enjoyed consuming media on this phone's display. But the real standout feature here is the 120Hz screen refresh. Now this changes the overall user experience of this phone because I get to enjoy smooth and responsive multitasking and also scrolling through apps without any laggy experiences. And the fact that it is also a stock Android version, no Bluetooth, I could easily customize and interact freely on this phone's display. And speaking of stock Android, the CPU performance of this phone is really commendable, especially as a budget smartphone. Now the FreeYond M6 is powered by the UniSoC T616 processor, coupled with an 8 gigs of expandable RAM, with an ample space of 256 gigs for your videos, your apps, and also your games. My gaming experience on this smartphone was really an interesting one. The smartphone never heat up during my gaming sessions. And while it may not support extreme game settings, and also not entirely designed for high graphic gaming, but it does very well on most basic games without hiccups. And apart from gaming, the processor also delivers a smooth performance for day-to-day tasks. So whether you're budget conscious or you're a first-time smartphone user, this phone, the FreeYond M6, is a good idea because you'll be getting latest updates and also latest security updates that will keep the phone relevant for years. Now that's something you don't find in most budget smartphones today. So as long as you keep the phone updated, the better the performance. And lastly, you have a very good battery life in the FreeYond M6. Honestly, see, one of the benefits of the UniSoC T616 processor is that it is big on image processing and does not cut deep into your battery life. And in my experience, after charging this phone to 100%, it gave me a 2 days stretch. Honestly, 2 days stretch before recharging it, and it took about 93 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. See guys, I will be honest here. This smartphone, the FreeYond M6, is a very good budget smartphone considering the price, and also features like the 120Hz screen refresh. It's also nice to see on a budget smartphone, and the camera is well performed, but honestly I feel the brand would have done a little bit more. I mean, just push it a little bit further. Now let's say this is an upgrade over the M5 series I did review some time ago, but the processor here doesn't really feel like an upgrade. And I also understand that it is a new brand and they are trying so much in the camera aspect, but please also improve in the processor aspect. If you must stay and compete in the market, I think FreeYond, please, you need to improve in the next one, especially in the software side of things. But overall guys, this smartphone is okay and also okay for the price. But if you think otherwise or you have some questions, please let's go to the comment. And guys, if you find this video very useful and you're watching it for the first time or you're here for the first time, please kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much guys for watching this video.